Welcome to Al Siraj Online Academy.
Today, we're diving into something pretty fundamental for project work.
Yeah, essential vocabulary.
Exactly. We've got this source, basically a list of key terms and phrases you hear all the time in projects, with examples, too.
And the real goal here, our mission, isn't just, dictionary definitions.
No, not at all. It's about quickly getting to grips with what these words actually mean in context, their impact.
Because getting the language right in projects, it's crucial. Helps avoid confusion, makes you feel more confident handling things.
It really can. Knowing these terms, how to use them, how to understand them when others do, it can genuinely make things run smoother.
Right, whether you're just coordinating tasks or dealing with unexpected problems.
So we'll hit some really common ones today. Think deadlines, delays, scope stuff, roadblocks, that kind of thing.
The terms we're pulling from the source are deadline, extension, then ran into, delayed, put off, beyond the contract, been meaning to talk to and do, and also press kit.
Okay, let's jump in. Where else to start but the deadline?
The classic project pressure point. We all know it's a due date, right? But it's often more complex.
Yeah, it's like the anchor for so many other tasks. Missing it.
Yeah.
That can cause big ripple effects.
Definitely. The source gives that simple example. The deadline is next Monday. Sounds straightforward.
But it carries all that weight. Coordination, dependencies.
Exactly. And when that deadline looks like it might slip, well, that's when you start talking about an extension.
Right, an extension. It's more than just, can I have more time?
Yeah. It's a request, formal or maybe informal, but it's about resetting that expectation. Acknowledging the original deadline isn't working out.
And usually you need a reason, right? A justification, maybe some negotiation.
Absolutely. Now, things don't always go to plan between deadlines. You often hit snags.
Which brings us to ran into, as in we ran into a problem.
Perfect. It signals something unexpected, an obstacle you didn't necessarily plan for, different from a known risk.
So saying we ran into a technical issue. Everyone knows progress stopped because of something unforeseen.
Exactly. And when you run into things like that, well, tasks often get delayed.
Okay. So delayed. That means push back, usually because something else happened.
Precisely. Is often a consequence, like that technical issue or the source example. Delivery was delayed due to bad weather.
An external factor.
Got it. But sometimes you decide to postpone things.
Yeah, right. That's where put off comes in. Or put something off.
So this is intentional postponement.
Yeah. Maybe priority shifted or you're waiting on something else. The source has that classic, I've been putting it off because I've been busy. It's a choice to delay.
That sounds familiar. And speaking of things you've been meaning to get to.
I've been meaning to talk to you, or I've been meaning to do something.
These feel like gentle nudges or ways to flag something important.
Kind of soft openings, yeah. They signal something's overdue or needs attention, but hasn't happened yet. I've been meaning to talk about the marketing strategy that flags a necessary conversation.
Or I've been meaning to do that quality check. It's like saying, I know, it's on the list. Exactly. Signals awareness intent often comes right before you actually do it or explain why you haven't yet.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Defining boundaries. Beyond the contract. That sounds important.
Crucial. It means something falls outside the agreed scope, the original terms. It's how you flag scope creep.
So if a client asks for something new, you might say, well, that's really beyond the contract.
We'd need extra approval or change request.
Exactly. Yeah. Manages expectations, protects resources.
Makes sense. Okay, one more specific one. Press kit?
Right. Often comes up in marketing, launches, things like that.
It's not just any old folder of documents, is it?
No. It's a curated package, specifically for the media journalists, bloggers, promotional materials.
So we need to prepare a press kit means a very specific task focused on external PR?
Precisely. Aimed at getting publicity.
So looking back at all these deadline extension, ran into, delayed, put off, beyond the contract, been meaning to, press kit, they're not just words. Not at all. They're like signposts for really common project situations. Tools for managing expectations, timelines, scope.
Yeah. Being clear with this stuff helps you explain problems, ran into, handle time, deadline, delayed, extension, keep scope clear beyond the contract.
And make sure important talks happen, meaning to talk to do, or materials get out, press kit. They all kind of connect through the project life cycle.
You really do see them everywhere, whether it's in meetings, emails, reports. It's the daily language of getting projects done.
And you can see how they link, right? You
Yeah.
run into an issue, which might mean the task gets delayed, possibly needing an extension, or deciding if something is beyond the contract versus just put off.
Yeah.
Understanding the difference is key.
Absolutely. Okay, so here's something to think about. How might really understanding the weight behind just one of these terms and using it more deliberately change how your next project conversation goes, or how you tackle a task?